Hi there. Welcome back to the Guy Dawson Show. I am Rhonda Taylor, and my guest co-host here is Alicia Mejia. We are, we have Kathleen Eversole Harmio, and she and I have known each other, 7 or 8 years. I started as a Defining Women member, and I love you. I love everything you do, the connections. So a little bit about. Oh, thank you, dear. I know. It's like, warm fuzzies. So, Kathleen, or Kat, as we love to call her, she is the founder and CEO of Defining Women magazine and also the Defining Women Network. And she's amazing. She loves inspiring other women to basically handle their shit. And, it's so great to have you here because, we don't get a lot of one-on-one time. We're both so busy. So, I've always been interested. What motivated you to start your business, Kat?
Well, good question. About 9 years ago now, because we'll be celebrating our 9th anniversary with Defining Women in September. September 12th, as a matter of fact. Yeah. 9 years ago, June, I guess, of 2007, I was laid off from my corporate position. I was in design, build, audiovisual, corporate selling environment. And it's where you see those big screens, and projectors and things like that. That's what I did. And really wanted to figure out what was next for me. And I had a discussion with my business partner who had a networking group that was co-ed. And my partner happens to be my husband. So I said to him, well, do you want me to run this business or go and find another corporate position? And if y'all remember what was happening in Vegas in 2007, economy wasn't real good. It was kind of tanking, so things were not really great at that time.
It's a couple years before.
Yeah, it was. It was really. It was not a super healthy financial environment.
Sure. Right.
So we discussed it and said, go see what you can do with this networking group that he had started called BizPack Networks. And within a few months, by September, I'm like, hey, I have always had this seed planted in my head, probably since I was about 18 years old, that I wanted to start a women's group where we got together and really learned how we get through things, how we do stuff. And I thought it was like a perfect time to do that. And it was very cathartic for me because I felt like after all of that testosterone-filled selling that I was doing, I really needed to find my girl. So what a better way to kind of get your girl back than hang out with other women.
Absolutely. And you do such a fantastic job of that. I mean, you are such a caring, kind, loving woman, and it's so obvious and apparent how you just love to connect women. And with all the events that you've organized and the way you get women together, I, for one, especially love having that opportunity to connect with so many women because I meet so many different women. Yeah. And you asked me to come and speak.
Yes, loved it.
And that was a phenomenal experience. Alicia spoke to the group as well.
You're both very amazing. Danielle, your guest that you just had on. Oh, right. The three of you are top
dynamic.
Shelf speakers with great information. And you're the example of the women that I want to put in front of the community of Defining Women because you give permission. The two of you, Danielle, we give the ladies permission to do what it is they want to do with their life. And that's the whole idea.
Yeah, which I think is fascinating, too, because you do a fantastic job of creating a space for people. I was a TEDx speaker, but I hadn't done a good deal of public speaking before I actually came to Defining Women. And the first one that I ever went to was the one that you spoke at. So I thought, let me just go check this out.
Oh, right.
I wanted to see what I'm getting myself into, but I could not have asked for a better environment to come into. It was so, if you haven't had a chance to check it out, seriously, Defining Women.
And if there's women speakers that are watching this, reach out to me because I am looking for women to come and share their message again to give other women a way to take their own life on.
So, Kat, you've been doing this for so long, and I know that you've gone through, your trials and tribulations. So what motivates you to stay in business? What motivates you to keep doing this?
Well, if I were to be 100% honest, There have been some days over the last 9 years where it's like, what the heck am I doing?
Right. I think we've all felt
right.
that a little
as an
bit.
entrepreneurial, as an entrepreneurial woman, I tried several things. I had a great thing. I had a great community growing here in Las Vegas, and it started out as a networking group. About 2 years into it, I thought, you know what I've really got here is a women's community, a community that can really care about one another.
Absolutely.
And do I have a little bit of networking in there? Yes, I do. It's very structured. You both have seen that.
Yeah, appreciate that.
However, the best part about Defining Women is to get in there and get to know women, enrich your life with these relationships, and your business will grow, I promise you, if you do all that.
Yeah.
But I tried launching in Texas. I had a couple of groups going in Houston and Austin for about a year.
I didn't know that.
But juggling it all was difficult if you don't have the right leaders in place in other locations.
That's
so
true.
9 years of this and that and trying this, and I opened a co-working space, and
I love that.
yeah, it was a great
Oh,
place,
I
wasn't it?
remember.
It was a great
Yes,
place.
it was a great place.
So I really consider myself sort of a true entrepreneur. So I tried had a couple of things going, but I come back to the community every time because there's no better feeling for me than watching women connect. Whether it's you walk into a group and you start to see them meeting with each other. It makes my heart so happy. Then you see them respond to our guest speakers, and it makes my heart so happy. You see them connecting with each other and actually creating friendships for life. Over the years, we've had women come in that knew no one when they moved here, and they have found their best friends for life here in this group. So
and you know what I think is an interesting thing that just dawned on me. Like, maybe it's okay. Obviously, it's okay that co-working space didn't work out, but I loved it. But I think that the beauty of you and the beauty of Defining Women is that you have this ability to create a space no matter where you go. So the bricks and mortar part about it doesn't matter so much because of what gets created there.
Yeah,
right. The other thing that I think I love about Defining Women and the space that you create is that doing business with one another is secondary to the relationships that are built there.
Absolutely.
And I think that, like you said before, when it comes to leadership, that wouldn't be possible without the space that you create. Remember, we did this Defining Women. We had a magazine launch party last week, and you let us in. And Danielle Ford, who was our guest just before this, said there's nobody that I would rather speak right after than Kat, because she just does such a great job at that.
Yeah, yeah, and that was really a great experience. That whole
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
the
and it's
magazine.
like that time after time and day after day. Good. So we have about a minute left here, if we may. I just want to give a shout out to our guests here because we have people that are reaching out to us online. What do we have so far?
It says Leo says stroke your hair if you see this.
Oh wow!
So you're being given direction, and maybe let's all stroke our hair. Let's all stroke our hair.
Yeah.
Oh, great! All right, thanks, Leo. I must be blushing a little bit, but that's okay.
That's interesting.
Good. So I also want to give a shout out to, we have a women's expo that's coming up at Cashman Center, and Jody Harris, who is the CEO of Fun with Sight and Sound Events, will be providing the entertainment for that.
Yeah.
I want to say, I'm going to blank
amazing
on the dates right now, 17th, 18th, and 19th, maybe?
September?
I
I think
September?
16th and 17th.
16th and 17th
17th
is what I think it is, right?
Right. So look up Women's
Or
Expo,
17th and 18th.
Cashman Center, Google
Right.
Sight and Sound
That
Events.
weekend.
Something, right?
Right.
Get there.
Yeah, but just go ask for Jody with Sight and Sound Events, because she will be emceeing the entire event, and it will be so much fun.
Yep.
So,
All right, we're going to take a break and let our sponsors do their thing. Thank you so much.
and everybody rub your hair on the way out.
Yeah. We'll be back.
See you in a few.